Although it looks like love's a bit of a one-way street right now. Did she call?
She's mad, but she'll cool off.
Morning, sunshine.
Hey, Jenny's on her way out, actually. She just crashed the night.
See, but, nothing untoward happened. It was clear by the sound of you snoring at 2 a.m. And new moon on the pay-per-view bill. Although I was hoping to catch you two in the midst of something more than a heart to heart.
Okay, I'm gonna go get dressed.
Be careful, Nathaniel. You and Serena are on thin ice. All it takes is someone to tap their foot and that cracks.
What do you know about relationships?
A lot. In fact, I'm about to save mine. I suggest you do the same if you can.
I'm sorry, I cannot reach table. Just this once, Dorota. But if that baby does not arrive soon, I'm going to have to look into getting you help. Believe me, I want this baby to come out as much as you do.
Now, as soon as that moment comes, your mother and I are headed straight back to Paris. So will you come in?